Questions for Coach? In person, we'll start with Gary.
Man, this is kind of you guys couldn't stay out of your own way with the turnovers. Again, you could have won by 20 or even maybe lost by 10. What happened tonight? Defensively, it seems like you're there. Offensively, it seems like you're still coming up short a little bit.
Yeah, we weren't as sharp as we wanted to be pretty much all game, but especially in the first and second quarter. Felt we let them stay in the game by the turnovers, self-inflicted ones, not even, much pressure or anything like that. We're just kind of sloppy with the ball, throwing it all over the place. But, we defended well overall. Even to hold them to 98 in the overtime game is a pretty good job defensively, but got to be much sharper and crisper offensively. We talked about our last 5 games, how well we have been playing offensively in the league, second overall, but turnovers in transition were areas we can improve, and those kind of go hand to hand. We're turning over a lot in transition where we should have some easy baskets. So an area we need to clean up and didn't do a great job tonight, but got it out an ugly win.
Is that just the positive of it? Is just to get the win? Jason makes another big shot down the stretch. It seemed like you guys are starting to push forward.
Yeah, it's showing some growth in that area. I think as much as we weren't sharp in certain areas tonight, I think the overtime and fourth quarter when we needed to get stops, it was some of our sharpest execution on both sides of the ball. I think offensively, we got the shots we wanted in the overtime, and we really locked in, held them to, late shot clock situations several times in overtime. So I felt good about that execution, and we've been in enough of these tight games to start seeing improvement as a positive.
Is it kind of maddening? I don't think you guys committed a turnover in overtime, like 20 in regulation, yeah. And you play clean ball and you do what you want to do in the same game. Is it just kind of maddening?
Yeah, as I mentioned, it's self-inflicted. We talked about it today, improving in that area, and then to kind of be loose with the ball is something we know, an area that we need to clean up. And so, guys take ownership for that, and we'll continue to stay on them. But like I said, I'm looking at the positives tonight of gutting one out when it's gone the other way several times this year.
Initially, you guys said Marcus was coming back with a thigh contusion, then he was pretty quickly after that ruled out. Just curious what the status is of him at this point.
Yeah, it tightened up. He felt okay initially when he went to the bench and tried to go in the back and loosen it up, and it actually swelled up and tightened up quicker than he thought. So wasn't able to go. Pain tolerance probably, but also some swelling, and so he's icing it down now. We'll see what we hear next day or so.
And you went with Grant in kind of a smaller look down the stretch. Was that your idea all along, or was that sort of dictated by the way they went, going super small themselves?
Yeah, a little bit of both. I felt Grant was defending well, multiple of the guards and the bigs, so we went away from our double big lineup, even though they were playing bigs a lot. Grant can do both, and then you wanted more size overall, so we had Jay Rich out there instead of Dennis for defensive purposes, and I think with him, Jalen, Jason, that length out there served us well toward the end.
They were pretty much just trying to get Domas to seal with a mismatch in the middle of the paint. You guys did a really good job taking that away all night. So what was the game plan and what works?
Yeah, to make his touches tough. We wanted to deny him as much as possible. If we had a cross match, we try to kick those guys out and put a bigger body on him. If not, we just fully front the post and take away his touches. So he's a load down there, gets back to that right shoulder, left hand pretty much on everybody. And so I think our focus overall on him was make him beat us with face-ups or from the perimeter, take away the easy baskets inside, and felt like we made him work for everything, especially him coming off that big game last game.
And then just for half-court offense, how did you feel like the spacing was at the end there, and then overtime when you had Grant and Josh both out there?
Overtime was okay. I think, like I said, I thought we got the shots we wanted. We struggled pretty much all night against their hedging bigs. Never really figured that out, getting off the ball and making them pay as far as that. And so an area we have to improve on. We've seen that at times this year when teams really want to take it out of Jason and Jalen's hands. They're aggressive and got to find that big in the pocket or advance the ball or, split or reject the screen if you can. So we worked on a few things today, this morning, knowing they were going to defend that way. And we can definitely improve at that area. But I thought our execution in the overtime was good. Got a little stagnant in the fourth quarter there, and we'll take a look at that and clean that up.
Yeah, I know when the offense is spread out the end and they're blitzing or hedging, guys are kind of like stuck in their spots. Do you guys have to figure out how to kind of get everybody to come out to give Jason or JB that outlet?
Yes, exactly. The big can't overroll his spot. He got to get to that nail and give him outlet. And then we, talk about our wings pulling up to sprint to their spacing for outlets. Grant got a 3 in the corner late where he could have probably slashed or come for outlet and made a play out of that. But the main thing is not turning the ball over Jason and Jalen, getting the ball to the right guys and letting them make plays behind it. And so we're somewhat successful at times, could definitely improve at that, and some we'll continue to work on.
Quick Zoom call, Zoom questions for Adam Hilmel's back.
Hey man, with all you guys have been through with these like fourth quarters and bad bounces and kind of tough luck, and some of it obviously self-inflicted too, what are the benefits of having one where it kind of goes your way and guys can feel good about it and see things execute down the stretch?
Yeah, as I mentioned, the execution, I mean, we've been in enough of these situations to start to show some growth and improvement there. I think we did. Overtime felt good, like the shot selection we were getting and the defensive pressure was great in the overtime, kind of bottled them up as far as that. So ugly win, and we'll take it. I've been on the wrong side quite too many times, honestly. And so to grind it out when we had a 10 double-digit lead and kind of gave that away pretty quickly due to turnovers and some poor shot selection, I felt it was good to get back in and get the stops we wanted and really lock in overtime when we gave ourselves a chance. It felt like we gave, had a second effort as far as that. And I felt we took advantage of that in overtime. And so it's good to see that growth and improvement.
Final question from John Corrales.
Hey man, I got a couple here. First, Robert Williams. He seems like he was covering up a lot defensively, getting block shots when guys were, had lost their guys. And secondly, you had three guys in 40 plus minutes. What was the thought there without not giving Romeo or Aaron some time there to get these guys some extra rest?
I think overall with Rob, you're seeing that consistency become more of the standard game to game. And so we're loving that part. We can play with him on the big and being pick and roll or off ball, which we're starting to mix in more, where he can be a weak side shot blocker. And I think he's really thriving in that role, switching with the smaller big on the ball. So he's been more consistent, and that's been great to see overall. Regarding the minutes, honestly, we weren't in much of a flow, like I mentioned, in the first half at all. Marcus goes out, and Dennis, it was up and down a little bit, and we wanted to go with a bigger lineup, and just felt at certain times when we wanted to get a sub in, we were kind of spinning those 8 to 9 guys instead of going 10 deep like we did last game. Just felt more comfortable with the guys that were playing. Really trying to get Jason and Jalen in the rhythm, get them going, and I think they grinded out and ended up getting in that rhythm, scoring 26 and 24. Although it wasn't the prettiest, they fought through it and showed that perseverance. And so we stuck with them, ran them a little bit longer, but we knew the importance of getting this game, and we'll rest up tomorrow and look forward to the next day.
Wrap it up right there. Thank you, Coach.
Thank you.